Okay, so I'm going to discuss the question already. Okay, for 7 part A, the question says show that the object is initially at the origin. Okay, if this is the way they ask the question, we cannot straight away write like that. Okay, you cannot straight away write and show equal to 0 from GC. That is not right. So what you need to do is, so you have to really sub in because the question asks you to show. So you put S0, then you put t equal to 0, you sub into the equation. This one you have to sub in because I'm not asking you to find the initial position. Okay, so be very careful with the way you answer. So 0 minus ln 1. So this is 0 minus 0, so you get 0. So this shows that the object is at the origin. So you say the displacement from the origin is 0. So therefore, show that the object is at the origin. Even if 1 mark, the way you communicate, you should communicate like that. Are you clear? 0 cm, yes. Are you okay? So you cannot just straight away write S0 equal to 0. Yeah, you have to show that you substitute in because the question is show. Are you okay? So be very careful. It depends on how we ask the question and how your answer is supposed to be. Okay, then we go to find B. Okay, they want the velocity function. Our ST function is t minus ln 2t plus 1. So my VT is S prime t. So VT is S prime t, correct? So how to get the velocity function? Johan, you want to try?
Okay.
What is the derivative for t? So when you do this chapter, do you know or not? In your notes, you should have your notes with you.
Okay.
Correct? You
Correct.
should know that when you differentiate constant, you get 0. You differentiate a times x, you get a. So do you have all the formula with you?
Oh.
Do you know what? You should write all this down so that you can use it. You differentiate. I've been writing this many times, no use, you know not? Is you must acquire this, please. If you differentiate, you don't memorize, I really cannot help you, I tell you. So don't blame on people. When you can't do maths, don't say maths is difficult. Maths is difficult because you are LAZY, okay? So these are the basic. Did you bother to go and memorize this? So you see, in the exam, you can't do is because of this. For me, I will get prepared. Every lesson, I must have all this beside me so that I can straight away use it. That is called hardworking. You don't say you work smart. There's no easy way out for maths, please, class. Okay. Every lesson of maths, you must have all these formula beside you. Because SAT2, you can bring in formula list. You cannot tell me that I can't remember. SAT1, I accept, okay? You say you cannot remember. So I'm not scolding you. I'm just telling you what should be done. Okay. Cindy?
Yes.
I'm calling all of you to help you. I'm not scolding, okay? Cindy? What is the derivative for t?
0.
Cindy, here.
1, 1, 1, 1.
Okay, the other one?
Minus.
I told you already, class, your handphone should be far, far away from you. Cannot multitask.
Disconnect.
Okay. Okay. So, please, huh? Okay, so the ln 2t plus 1, what is the derivative? Hao Xian? Hao Xian?
Yeah,
Hao Xian, you are supposed to use this one.
I know. Then
Yeah, you know, please tell me, lor. You should be able to tell me what to write at the bottom then, right?
Wait, is
Okay.
it 2t plus
Wait,
1?
wait.
Okay.
Let Hao Xian answer first, Johan. Hao Xian?
copy
Yeah, what to write down at the bottom, you just read to me.
2t minus 1
This is plus 1, Hao Xian.
plus 1.
You have the question with you, correct? You have your textbook with you, am I
Yes,
right,
yes,
Hao Xian?
I have.
Okay, then up there,
Up there, 2.
yes. Okay, so I'm done with that. cm per second, okay? So after we got this, Sandia, good. Okay, my part B is done. Okay, so I want to give you some other things for part B. So if the question, if I have a questions asked, find the average velocity in the first 3 seconds, for example. Okay, so how am I going to solve this problem? Who can tell me how to solve this problem? When in maths you have the word of average. Hmm? Can anyone tell me how to do this?
Initial plus final divide by 2.
Thank you. So that is called average, correct? Still remember when we learned the first principle, we talk about the slope of a chord. Am I right? Yeah, slope of the chord is the average. So you just take the initial velocity. So average velocity. So how you do? You take V3 minus V0, because I talk about first 3 seconds, divide by 3 minus 0. Okay, so this one you can use GC. You have your GC with you? Hello? Everyone, did you key in this? Did you key in this function? Yeah. And Y2, you don't have to key in already because always is there. Am I right? So that's why before my SAT2, I will put my Y1 and Y2 like that, Y2 and Y3 like this. So then it's called get ready for the exam. Okay, can someone give me the answer? 0.57. You see, you got graphic calculator, you are ready? Someone give me very quickly. 57 what? 3SF, please. 571. Then you write down the unit cm per second. So please remember average. Are you okay? Okay, now for part C, over what time interval is the object moving to the right and to the left? Okay, when I want to know the direction of motion, so what sign diagram must I draw? What sign diagram must I draw? Nadini?
Yes, Miss.
What sort of sign diagram must I draw so that I can solve my part C? There are only 3 sign diagrams here and you only know 2 functions. So you select between the 2. Which sign diagram I must draw so that I know the direction of motion? Please. Nanini, Devi?
Yes, Miss. Is it the straight line one that
No,
we usually?
it's a sign diagram. It's not the motion diagram. I'm asking you to choose which sign diagram must I draw. Means I either draw ST sign diagram or VT sign diagram. The rest of it, you be patient with me. Danini, Devi, please select. I even give you the choice already. Am I supposed to draw the ST sign diagram? Do you know what is a sign diagram, first of all?
Yes.
Which sign diagram must I draw?
VT.
Okay, VT. Okay, good. I want the direction. So start from 0. Okay. So what is the thing that I must find first before I can draw this sign diagram? Bram?
Yes, Miss.
What sign? What value must I find first before I can determine the sign?
Is it the domain?
The domain for this case, you don't have to because t is always greater than 0. The domain is there already. So class. So what you want to draw the sign diagram of VT, you must find the time whereby VT equal to 0. So I have 1 minus 2 over 2t plus 1 equal to 0. So 1 equal to 2 over 2t plus 1. So 2t plus 1 is equal to 2, right? Cross multiply. So 2t equal to 1, so t equal to half. So I put the half here. Okay, so then I use my graphic calculator to help me to determine the sign. Correct? Okay, Kevin, can I know the left-hand side sign?
Minus.
Negative. Okay, right-hand side?
Positive.
Okay, so thank you. So Kevin, can you choose what is the answer for part 1?
Wait.
The object is moving to the
T-
right.
T
For
more
T,
than half. T more than or equals to half.
yeah, you want to put equal, no equal also can. If for t more than half, the object is moving to the right. Okay. So you see how important the sign diagram is. You see, I don't have to teach you this question. You still can do because you understand whatever I have taught you. Okay. Then for T, you have to write between the object is moving to the left because it's negative. Done. Okay. Then we are going to part D. Show that the object acceleration is positive for all t greater than 0. So when you come to show question, you have to get the function first. Your VT is 1 minus 2, and this one I'm going to write it like that. Okay, so what is the AT? What is the AT? Ashvindaran?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Ashvindaran.
Yes, miss, I'm here, miss.
Okay. So when we differentiate this, 1 is a constant, so it's no changes. So this one, minus 2, I have to use the chain rule, bring down the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1, then I have to time by the derivative of 2t, that is 2. So in total, it will be 4 over 2t plus 1 squared. Okay, so now how am I going to show that acceleration is positive for all t greater than 0? So okay, so how am I going to show this? How am I going to show this, class? So can I have Kiko to tell me how to show this?
Do you take 2 and then sub it into
Yes,
S?
louder a bit, please.
Do you take 2 for the first 2 seconds and sub into ST?
Are you sure?
Not really, but I think so.
You think so? So I told you already, we have done that twice. If we want to show that the acceleration is always positive for t greater than 0, so what we should do is we should start with t greater than or equal to 0. Then we look at the AT function. So which is the next term that I must write? Azif? Azif?
Yes.
What else must I do? Next step.
Do sign diagram.
Cannot. You sure you cannot draw sign
2t plus
diagram?
1 equal to 0.
2t plus 1 is greater than 0. Am I right?
Yes.
So therefore, 2t plus 1 square will be greater than 0 also. Am I right?
Yes.
So then you put your AT, which is a positive value, divide by another positive value. So what is your conclusion for this? Azir?
The acceleration is always positive.
So that is how you show. You cannot show by sign diagram. Do you get me? When you show that the object's acceleration is always positive, you got the acceleration function, then you must analyze. This is called analyze. Sign diagram, no analysis. You get me?
Get it?
So that is how. If this question I come out in the exam and you just give me the sign diagram of AT and just show that, no, you get 0 for that. Do you get me? So be very careful. That is the reason why I want to discuss this question. Okay, done. So this one I showed. Sign diagram, no. For the question show. Bear that in mind. Okay, so E. Find the distance traveled by the object in the first 2 seconds. Okay. Hafiz, what should I do?
Draw the line,
the motion diagram. Before you draw the motion diagram, what must you do?
find the where it stop.
Okay.
Where
Does it stop?
Yeah.
So when it stop?
1/2. T equal to 1/2.
Okay, so you have to ask when it stop. Okay, so you know from part C, T equal to 1/2. So there are 3 important positions that you must find. There is S0. Yeah. Can I have, what is the value of S0, Andy, Siti Haja?
0, Miss.
0. Okay. What is S half?
1/2 minus ln 2.
Yeah. 1/2 minus ln 2. So this is exact value, correct? This is exact value. So when you do, you have to do exact value. Okay, can I have the approximate value for this one?
0.9, negative 0.193.
negative 0.193. Do you know why Mr. asked for approximate value? Siti Haja, you just answer, okay, since I call you.
To know whether it is left of origin or right of origin.
Yes, that is very good. Wonderful. Okay, how about S2?
2 minus ln 5.
2 minus ln 5. Okay, so this is approximately
0.391.
0.391. So this is positive, correct? Okay, now, so when I draw the sign diagram, so let's have a look at it, motion diagram. Okay, so I will draw. This origin, it start from the origin. Then it come here. That is half minus ln 2. So if from here, you go here, stop, then it turn. Correct? And here is 2 minus ln 5. Okay, so student, when you come to ln, okay, you have to be very, very careful. Okay, when you get the answer, okay, hold on. So I know that this distance from here to here is 2 minus ln 5. So how about this distance? It's not half minus ln 2. Why? Because it's a negative. So I have to make it positive to get the distance. Am I right? So I will write this as negative half minus ln 2. So it's ln 2 minus half. Are you clear? That is how I have it in my mind. So therefore, the total distance traveled will be equal to this distance, and here got twice, correct? So 2 times of ln 2 minus half plus 2 minus ln 5. So this will be 2 ln 2 minus 1 plus 2 minus ln 5. The exact value, so this will be ln 4 minus plus 1 minus ln 5. So write it as single ln, it will be plus ln 4 divided by 5. Are you okay? So when involve ln, you have to know, you have to get the approximate value. So do you all give exact value? This is the exact value. And if anyone write it like that, is there anyone write it like that? Write your answer like that. So I know this value is less than 1. Hello? Student? If you write it like that also is okay. It's also correct. Okay, so I will leave it to you. So whenever involve ln, you have to be very, very careful. Clear? Okay,